back here at the GSL Code S. The day of Protoss is upon us, Artosis.
That's right.
Right now.
This is a new age Tasteless.
All right. Zeratul, finish your beer right now.
No.
He's already wasted. He got kicked out of the Barcraft a while ago.
Yeah,
Terran pussies. All right, listen.
How are we not having
Give me your car keys,
top four
Zeratul.
at GSL Tasteless?
Yeah, it's actually kind of weird. It's like this bizarro world.
Instead, we're going to have like 3 Protoss and a Terran, maybe?
Right.
Imagine if MVP just comes through. He's like, whatever. It doesn't matter what race it is. Terran, Zerg, Protoss. Win, win, win.
Could happen. We have, there's been an injury here at the GSL.
Has there?
My button popped off.
It did pop off, Tasteless.
It did. There's been an injury here. Blazer injury.
That's too bad, man.
Yeah, we were just sitting. We were in the break room and just. I looked down and it was hanging out like a.
Yeah, it was hanging
like
out
one of those like popped out
eyeball?
eyeballs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What else hangs out like that? It was like a string. Like it's really gross.
Like the tongue of a dead anteater.
Do those like come out extra?
Yeah, they go. Yeah.
Like when they die, the tongue comes out?
I
Like,
believe so, yeah.
like when a person dies, he poops?
I'll go home and Google image dead anteaters, and I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll have a full report.
Deadanteaters.com.
Yeah, yeah.
There's like a thriving community of 1,400 people there. It's like, what? Wow.
Only some of them are weird.
Thank God for the internet. Like that these
Thank God
people could
they
find
finally
each other.
get together.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll have a full report.
You know
by
how hard
tomorrow.
it is when you live in a small town Nebraska and you are just into dead anteaters? Anteaters don't even live in Nebraska, Tasteless.
I tried
They go to the
Craigslist.
zoo every day waiting for it to die. It just doesn't.
Like, oh, here comes the zookeeper. He's what? Oh, he's feeding it again.
Oh.
Come on. All right. So, game number 3 here. We have TaeJa against Squirtle, and it's... Well, this is just not the way I thought the day was going to look. I mean, yesterday was surprising too, but...
Everything's so one-sided in round 8 so far.
Pretty brutal games here. Terran does not have an answer unless that Terran...
Is MVP.
Is MVP, exactly.
Well, you know what? Maybe this is going to be a wake-up call, and we're going to have a lot of Terrans cheesing a lot, like hardcore cheeses for a little bit, which will bring Protoss back into being less greedy. Who knows? I like the builds by Squirtle so far. That they were very calculated, very calculated 2-base attacks.
Absolutely. Can TaeJa come back? I don't know, man. We're going to find out. Tasteless and Artosis in Seoul, Korea, the mecca of esports. Bringing you the best StarCraft II action, that being the GSL Code S. Again, that scary music that only plays, I think, in deserts where... This is like the music that plays when that girl had to eat the horse's heart in Game of Thrones.
Oh, God.
That was hard to sit through. In the bottom left, we have our Terran player. He needs to come back. Can he do it? From the site, teamliquid.net. He is...
Liquid TaeJa.
Wasn't hard for me. But
hard?
again, my homepage is chickseathorsehearts.com.
Well, you know, everybody's got their thing, you know. In the upper left, we have our Protoss player dominating so far. We very well could have a PvP in the semifinals and even in the finals as well.
Yeah.
This player, the Pokemon is...
Squirtle.
If he wins this game, or this series even, we have our fourth different Protoss in a finals of GSL.
Yeah.
That's all. After that many seasons, it's kind of wild. All right, so Entombed Valley, they're the same side of the map, so that can lend them towards a little bit more aggression against each other.
All right, Artosis.
Yes.
I'm all caught up on Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Which character am I?
Oh, this is actually really difficult, Tasteless.
It is.
This is a really difficult question, which character you are from that. You're going to have to just give me a couple minutes.
A couple minutes?
Yeah.
Think hard.
What character am I, Tasteless?
You're the eunuch.
Maybe.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
That's not a bad first try on who I am.
Who is Wolf?
You're going to have to give me a little bit of time on that as well. I think Wolf is the cousin with the queen.
me see the cousin.
Incestuous
of the
cousin.
queen.
Of the queen.
Incestuous cousin.
Because
And then Calidor is whichever
tall,
bald guy
skinny,
we can find. I don't. Wolf is actually just the wolf.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
No, he's the incestuous cousin.
All right. He wants to be the knight or the oh god, I forget all the characters' names. But who would I? Wolf could be the guy that actually has to go to the wall. He could be the guy that goes to the wall.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I'll get back to
And all the nerds he casts are the ones in Code A, the other guys at the wall.
Oh, wow. Look at
Yeah,
that.
look at that.
We send nerds to the wall if they go
Yeah,
to
man.
Code A.
That's what Code A is. It's the wall, man.
It's the wall, yeah.
Yeah. Some nerds like covered up his ear. He's like, no spoilers. And, listen, man. All right.
I don't think we actually spoiled anything.
Well, here's the thing. All right. Last episode, it turns out it's all just been a dream. No, I'm kidding.
All right, so
That one guy that doesn't understand
the
StarCraft
Nesty of their world woke up.
Yeah.
All right, so another cool Reaper build here. We've seen, I mean, this is the second Reaper build we've seen today.
Oh.
How much information will you actually get with this Reaper? This map, you know, there's a few places to jump up with the Reaper, but it's not all that wide. Hopefully we won't just see it attack rocks like we saw up here. Oh, Squirtle looks like he's going for a one-base Colossus all-in.
Yeah, why not, you know?
Now, of course, TaeJa scouting that base might be like, okay, this looks like a fast expansion. And
Yeah.
in fact, he's going for a pretty fast expansion. He's getting combat shields right away. I'm a little bit nervous for TaeJa right now. This is such a powerful build that if you don't play just right against this...
God, he's going to go right into the
Holy
trap.
crap.
It's
No,
a
he's
trap.
going to see it. He sees
my
it.
God.
Oh, that's huge for TaeJa. Now TaeJa just has to say, do I know how to counter this? Wait a minute. He made a sentry. That's not the Colossus build. What is it? Maybe it is the Colossus build, but with a sentry. Oh, no, he's got a 4-gate. Okay, 4-gate plus a robotics. Yeah, I'm not sure what Squirtle's going to do at this point.
I guess just get one observer and 4-gate. You know what? Maybe
it could be a warp prism. Drop sentries in the main, like.
Yeah. Sure. I think that's exactly what it is, Artos. I think you got it.
It could be.
Yeah, you got it exactly
the fact that he's
right.
getting sentries this quickly. This is an interesting little all-in-ish attack that we're going to be seeing here. Now, TaeJa is running up the tech tree pretty darn quickly. Getting his factory right now. So he might be thinking, oh, it's that Colossus all-in, which is what I would think at this point with that placement. Oh, he's making an Immortal. Oh, okay. So it looks like the Immortal Observer pressure that you can put on Terran, but with 4 gates. It's interesting. I've never seen this done with 4 gateways. It might mean that he doesn't want to rally Immortals down. He might make just 1 or 2. 2, of course, preferable to 1. 1 Immortal, not all that good. 2, way more powerful. And he's actually
definitely going to hide that Immortal.
Yeah, and seeing the 2 sentries, though, I don't like that he showed the 2 sentries. I feel like he should have killed that with the Stalkers, because that would show that, like, hey, I am going maybe for that.
Okay, he's got to hide that
build.
Immortal again.
Yeah, but seeing the 2 sentries right now, TaeJa should be able to put 2 and 2 together, say there's not going to be 2 ranged Colossus knocking on my door, because there's not. No, hell, these sentries tasteless. Well, TaeJa, he's keen to this. He's making multiple bunkers. His stim is on the way. A single medevac on the way, and the floating factory can be so helpful.
Oh, God, it's so annoying. I don't know about landing it, but...
Well, just holding him back at all is nice, but yeah, you shouldn't really land it. That's actually preventing Squirtle from walking up the ramp at all,
I brought you an offering.
The Trojan factory.
The Trojan factory, yeah.
What, they make their arrows and swords?
Yes.
Yeah, actually. All right, so I feel like TaeJa going to hold this pretty easy. Tasteless.
Yeah, I think it's just going to transition into...
If Squirtle kills him here, man, I'm gonna have issues.
All right, well, we're going to find out.
And we're about to have stim.
All right, not the best force fields in the world. Okay, that's exactly what that should have looked like.
Yeah. The world is fair.
The world is fair, after all.
I was actually nervous. I'm like, well, if he wins with this, like with this attack against TaeJa, having stim, medevacs, 2 bunkers, and SCVs in front of them, is this matchup in balance like all the nubs say?
I guess the nubs are right, guys.
I guess they're right.
Those guys in bronze were onto something, man.
So, I mean, at this point, TaeJa in a great spot when you don't have, I mean, just look at where Squirtle's buildings are. Hey, so I have a question for you. Do you think those are going to live or die when he moves out?
Probably die.
Probably die, yeah. No, I agree with that. That's the right answer.
You know, Squirtle's had some pretty bad force fields this series. Kind of the opposite
His force
of Hero.
fields have always been like a hex off.
Yeah.
This is weird.
I wonder if he needs to change his mouse settings.
I wonder if his chair is crooked.
Better go in there and check.
I love your nose laugh.
What?
All right, so
I'm
combat
not-
shield, stim, a bunch of medevacs against someone with no splash damage. He is going up to robotics bay, which is, I mean, it's the right choice. He's got to hold him in the base as long as possible. But the thing is, if these 3 medevacs unload units and he flanks the army that's out there, Squirtle is some hurt. But if he knows that's coming, then he can walk up the ramp, make him come back, unload. It's a dangerous dance, and the fact that Squirtle's up here is somewhat of a risk, but not like...
Even that force field a little bit off.
Yeah,
I'm not even saying that Squirtle's bad. It's just, you know, normally you see Protoss players a little bit better.
He may be trying to bait, too, though. He's like, well, you can get down there with Marines. You want to? So then he can throw a second one down and kill even more. But no one's going to do that. Come on.
Come on, guys.
Come on, Squirtle.
Well, the pylon is just out of range. Looks like that pylon is more there to see if a drop comes through than anything else. Oh, no, you know what's funny? With all those units in the drop, he could actually attack the front, but he's going to have to know that first.
With that factory there, it's going to be almost impossible. And seeing this drop outside
Is he going to go again? He was going back, and then I think he's saying, wait a minute.
He can't do this right now.
Uh-oh, he's about to get...
wait. This is a good force field, and then he gets flanked. No, TaeJa, no. Okay. Because if he force fields the front and then the rest of the army attacks, obviously it's going to die. Squirtle just doing a great job zoning him out, though, and Squirtle looks like he's finally going to go home because he has his first Colossus. That was like
TaeJa
the
had really
longest
good handling.
hold. I'm impressed by both players here. That was such a long hold for Squirtle down there against like a lot of medevacs, which is a scary thing. And now going back with the Colossus, he's going to feel like in such a better position than he was before. He has his Colossus out. He has his splash damage. He has still a good number of sentries, a good number of immortals and stalkers. Still a very powerful army. In fact, we might see something similar to the Cloud Kingdom game as far as timing attacks go. But Squirtle does not have as many gates. He doesn't have range.
They're going around each other, so there's potential for a base trade.
Yeah, in fact, it looks like
I think that's just what's going to happen.
Yeah,
they're the point of no return. Uh-oh, goodbye.
Yeah, definitely the point of no return, Tastes, as you've said. TaeJa's base is gone. That's it. There's no chance. He may as well cancel everything and fly away.
Squirtle needs to evacuate his workers, and TaeJa needs to evacuate
he messed up. He should have been on attack move.
Oh my God, the probes are escaping.
Well,
we have 500.
Yeah.
That's 500 minerals for Terran. No, for Protoss. I'm sorry, I don't know how I messed that up. And then 1.2k here for Terran.
Letting those probes out is so bad. You need to kill the probes off if you want to win the base trade. I mean, I'm not saying he won't win it, but...
well, it's to ensure it.
If you kill all the probes, he has no probes on the map, he actually can't recover his economy, but as is, he can. He can absolutely
I don't know about the starport there being built. All right, so he's going to go ahead and get the depots now, and so he's going to take the Terran Central. I think it would probably actually be best if he took another main and moved his army over there with that, because that's easier to defend from drops in from attacking up the ramp, obviously, with all that.
Yeah, you're right. He should be taking the main most likely, but anyways, he's going to go ahead and chase as much down as he possibly can right now.
I love when we get these situations, because this is where StarCraft really gets interesting.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like...
look
you
at
check
the
the map?
units, right?
Where's the Terran's orbital?
Terran's orbital is just floating over the space.
Okay, so he doesn't even look like he's planning on actually rebuilding.
Oh, if he loses that Colossus! Ooh. All right. So, 7 Marauders, 24 Marines, a Viking that he made out of that starport that we were questioning, and 5 medevacs. And that's against 3 Zealots, 2 Immortals, 1 Colossus, 17 Stalkers, and 4 Sentries. Definitely looks Squirtle favored here,
yeah.
Tastes. I mean, this is going to be...
Especially with the Immortals.
Oh, boy.
There.
This is actually the end of the game. We're going to see what happens.
Oh, my God. This is when you really wish you had Blink.
Well, he got out with a lot of units, and he's
straight
Colossus.
Oh
my God! If he drops on that,
my God! You're kidding
sick
me.
move by TaeJa. Very well done there. Now it's a lot more even than it was. I would say, still, I think Squirtle should be able to take this, but the mobility of TaeJa going to be big here.
Okay, how many structures does Protoss have? He only has 2, right? A pylon and
a Nexus. No, he has 2 pylons and a Nexus. Okay, so Throwing out some
Nice
force
job
field, just
isolating
trying to pick
this.
things off.
Now here's the problem. He's forced with himself away from this expansion, but I don't know if
Yeah,
he's
TaeJa doesn't
privy to the
necessarily know.
information of that expansion.
Yeah, he doesn't actually know where his stuff is.
Remember, guys, they both have one player has an Nexus, the player has a command center, which means the buildings are not being revealed. So it's a big, scary, dark world out there. You know, nobody knows if the other guys. Well, neither knows who's ahead.
Yeah, it's hard for both of them to say. They don't know if each other are mining right now, really. I guess, actually, you're going to assume that there's a Nexus somewhere because he hasn't been revealed, so...
Yeah, unless you were to, like, for instance, hide the Nexus somewhere where you don't mind just because it would take longer for him to look for that.
Yeah.
But the thing about Squirtle is that he's actually focused on developing economy. He's getting an income right now. The orbital's landing. And you can see right now TaeJa, with his eyes always over these medevacs, he's trying to find where that Nexus is, and I think he's almost to the point where he's going to deduce that, it's actually back at my homeland.
An interesting thing that he's getting attack right now and dropping a photon cannon. So that photon cannon tells me that he's afraid of a Banshee coming in. And he says, well, I have a Forge, I may as well get that +1 attack.
Smart.
Meanwhile, TaeJa is actually just building depots in the top right.
Well, he's trying to get back
make
so he's not
Marines.
supply blocked.
Yeah, if he can get back to not supply block, he has 5 Raxes pumping Marines, and 5 Raxes pumping Marines is going to give him a pretty decent army. When you have like a ton of Marines and there's no splash damage, that's when it can turn into a winning situation.
All right, the economy here for Squirtle really starting to develop. And now we're going to, now we're going to have to wait and see what exactly the plan is for TaeJa. I mean, it looks like he's kind of starting from the ground up. The problem right now for TaeJa, if you look, is that he has literally 3 locations. One place that's making depots, one place that's making all his Marines and Marauders and barracks, and then the third place is actually, at this orbital. So, you can't defend those 3 locations, and they are literally at opposite corners of the map. So
but while that's true, he has all the medevacs. So he has mobility. If one of those locations gets attacked, the base of Squirtle is left undefended.
Right, so he can counterattack.
This is like...
But of course, if, it's a really weird situation.
It is weird, man. I'm feeling, just with this Marine production that he's finally got back going, I'm really feeling TaeJa here.
Think so?
Squirtle still has a lot of force fields, though. So if TaeJa messes up one time, he's dead so.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But, I mean, this is
really hard, actually, to get in, shift gears into this kind of play, too. Because you're starting over, even though you're 20 minutes into the game.
It's a wild game, man. But the supply slowly going in TaeJa's favor. We do have a Templar Archives in the way, which is, I really like that choice. Even just High Templars, if he can feed back all the medevacs, he can win. Okay, if he can get a couple Archons, maybe that's going to help out a lot. Psystorm, obviously huge in this situation. Oh my god, oh my god.
Smartness. All right, nice.
Well,
isolating off one group. Whoa, no, that's not how you want to use those force fields
there. Okay, those were better force fields. He's going to pick off that part of the army. TaeJa actually might think he's on more of a clock than he's actually on here.
Yeah, I think he's in panic mode right now. When in fact, I think you were right. He had a little bit more of a lead.
Yeah, it really seems like he thought he was further behind than he actually was.
I think he sort of threw that away.
That's rough because now his supply is much lower.
Oh, and as you can see here, he could send these zealots over here. And, it's funny, you point out, Artosis, that, he can't actually, move out with his whole army, but he can hide pylons all over the map and start to harass these locations.
That's true. And this is so interesting because he is kind of pinned. He'll lose his economy if he moves out. So Squirtle might just wait until he has enough High Templars that, hey, if you attack into me, you get stormed, and you're going to lose because I'll be back. Wow, what an interesting game. But TaeJa, I feel like, the thing is, he doesn't know. He knows a lot of probes made it out. So he might be thinking, he might have 2 Nexus now. I have a very short time to really capitalize on these Marines I'm making, which in some ways is true because of the High Templar tech that's coming up. But in other ways, it's like, if you waited a little bit longer, which again is so difficult to know, then he would have had a better chance in that particular battle that we saw.
Okay. Feedback definitely going to be a threat now.
Yeah, that's a lot of feedbacks. This is enough for everything.
Those medevacs are full of energy. Nice.
Very nice.
Snap Guardian Shield.
Yeah, both players playing very nicely right there.
Okay, you can see he really wants to get those feedbacks off. If he gets the feedbacks off on all those medevacs, he can just attack that army.
Squirtle's done some really good decision making as well, by the way. Just I keep on looking at that cannon in his Nexus, and I'm like, wow, that's so smart. Because so many Terrans in a base trade want to go for a cloaked Banshee.
It's very common.
Because so often you're just like, ha! Why would you tech up to an observer right now? We're both on the ropes.
You can see he's trying to see if there's any tech up here.
Well, now he has a better idea of what's going on. It's like one base against one base at this point.
What is... Zoom in on a Terran shield. What is that on the Terran shield? Looks like an M or something.
None of the Marines are cooperating.
No,
no, it's like 3 claws. Oh, that's actually what this... you can have like little logos on your stuff or something. Like, I only play competitive games, so I don't really pay attention. But I think that's like one of the
They should do it so that they can have like your team symbol on your...
I think that they were talking about doing that.
They should do that.
That would be really cool.
I thought it was an M, and these were like little M&M guys. They're a bunch of little red M&Ms running around.
Oh, man.
Wouldn't that be cute?
And the Marauders are the peanut M&Ms?
Oh, yeah.
You're like, hey, red. And I'm like, ah.
And the medics are the green ones.
Good positioning by TaeJa right there.
Okay, so clearly Squirtle's confident. Yes. He says, I know where your army is. You can't just pick up without my stalkers blinking onto you.
Oh, a nice spread here, but there is Psystorm, so he's got to be careful. Nice micro by TaeJa. Beautiful pullbacks against the Psystorm.
And it looks like he may have been 2 spread out there, and medevacs only see 1 now.
Yeah, he only has 1 medevac now. That's kind of gigantic. Wow. Only 1 medevac. That's painful. But he is getting Mobius reactors, so we're going to see Ghost Made, but he is going for it, Tastes. He's going towards the production facilities of Terran.
I think that's the place to go to.
Yeah, that's, I mean, normally they're in the main next to the command center that's mining. But no, whenever you get on top of production facilities, that's how to kill Terran right there.
And this is the thing we were worried about earlier with, how are we going, what's going to happen when Squirtle can eventually safely move out. Okay, now, Terran's going to have to try to sandwich here, but it looks like Protoss is going to get up the ramp. He's not even going to attack initially. He's just going to move up that ramp and probably force field the bottom.
Oh!
Nasty.
TaeJa in so much trouble, Tastes. Don't know that he can take the game from here. In fact, no, it really doesn't look like it. The production facilities are going to go away.
I think that's checkmate.
Too many spells up that ramp. He cannot break it at all. And if he goes to counterattack, there's going to be way too much there as well.
All right, all you have to do is make sure each of these buildings is in the red, so they burn down.
Yep. I mean, sure, you can drop some mules and try to repair, but that's not what you want to do. TaeJa is in dire, dire straits. He's walking across the map with a very hurt force and a mass Zealot with Psystorm backup. Charge on the way, but that's not going to come into play this game most likely. TaeJa does not have long left.
Yeah, TaeJa, I think the standard's running out of the hourglass for him now. And it looks like now your Squirrel's just going to go to the upper right and be like, all right, next.
Yeah.
Depots.
He has, yeah, actually he has scouted that. Okay, so he knows all about those depots.
Oh. Nice. And you can see now he's going to bunker himself in here.
With those barracks.
Yeah.
Instead of bunkers.
But it is true. He's bunkering himself in.
He's hunkering down, man. He's hunkering down as well.
Yeah.
All right, well, the Psystorms are going to come up here and ruin his day, unfortunately. Yep, see that? Day ruined. TaeJa,
over.
It looks like, I mean...
All right, he's kicked open the front door.
Squirtle has just looked far too strong in this match.
Looks like we're going to have a PvP in the semifinals. Really exciting. It looks like no matter what, a Protoss in our finals here at the GSL Code S.
That's right.
GG.
3-0. Squirtle advances to round of 4. He's so happy. We have the possibility of an all-star tail final. Wow. We have the possibility of a Team Liquid member still winning. Hero did make it through. Yep. Hero versus Squirtle. And MVP against Party.
Wild. Great Final Four. And a very different Final Four besides MVP than what we're used to seeing. Normally, we're lucky if we have one Protoss in the Final Four or the Final 8. Times are changing, and by the way, his keyboard looks like it's made out of Valentine's Day candy.
Oh my God,
Oh my God, that looks delicious.
I bet you some of those keys say, like, I love you and be mine.
Be mine, and one says no. I'm like, oh God, you gotta beat this one now. Here's the goal.
It's the delete key.
Will you be my Valentine? I saw one of those where they had Valentine's Day candies, but they were just like dirty phrases.
Oh, yeah?
Pretty funny. A PvP. Man. Yeah. I think of a... Well, we've never had it at GSL, like I said. We've never had a moment where it's a guaranteed Protoss in the finals.
Yeah.
It's always a guaranteed Terran.
Which is, I mean, that's pretty cool.
It is. What are you looking at?
And we had a ZVZ finals and a PVZ finals, both Nest T finals.
Yeah. That's correct. Yeah, we did have a ZVZ finals, but
Mostly always Terran. Now,
wouldn't it be cool to have our first PvP finals?
I think a lot of people are probably hoping that MVP takes out Parting, but that's the hard match for MVP right there.
Well, I think the PvP with Squirtle and Hero is hard as well.
Oh yeah, it's very hard to predict. But I'm more like saying that MVP is going to have a really tough time against Parting. Really tough time. Parting's going to look at those games and be like, oh, you're doing a lot of rushes. Maybe I'm going to play a little bit safer.
Well, it's funny because MVP has... Well, we know he's going to play his Parting. Obviously, that's the person he has to play first. But with Hero and Squirtle, different styles, man. Yeah. Hero, perfect force fields. Great with the Stalker Blink. Squirtle seems to be very good at judgment calling. Not perfect force fields, actually, but patience.
Well, it's going to be a pretty wild round of 4 next week, Tasteless. I can't wait to see who's actually going to make it to this finals because,
me too.
I mean, MVP obviously has 3, but the other 3 players have never come close to this far. I mean, yeah, Parting got round of 8 last season. Great. But then got cleaned up by DRG. So he wants this badly. Obviously, Squirtle has had a long time doing really well in the team leagues and whatnot. Hasn't had any quota success. And Hero, this is really his first big run.
Well, we're either going to have a 4-time GSL Code S champion.
Or a brand new Protoss champion.
Exactly. Or a new legend is going to be born. At least as far as GSL standards go. Obviously, these guys have done very well in other tournaments as well.
Yeah, they're a legend. You can't really say that like Caesar has more than a GSL winner as far as accomplishments.
He's not even Code B.
Genghis Khan, whatever, man.
He doesn't even know what a mouse is.
No, he doesn't at all.
Really?
Unless ghosts are real, and then he knows because he's like floating right here. He's like,
Karma's real too.
He's like, Tasteless, you stabbed me in the front just like Brutus. And by saying that when I'm haunting you.
Really cool results today. I'm really pleased to see, I don't know, just to see, a lot of Protosses this far. I'm sorry, Zergs. I know the Zergs did not do well this season.
No, they didn't do well at all this season. You guys got to pick up the slack.
I know. So,
come on, guys. What do we need to give you? 50 energy on a queen when it pops out of the hatchery? Quicker overlords by 20%? Come on.
I do not like that the Overlord thing.
Scares me.
Yeah, I do not like that.
The Overlord's going to come in my base and leave and then come back and stuff? Like he doesn't.
We were talking about with the Queen thing. The Overlord could go in there, check, and then on the way back, the Queen transfuses the Overlord. And the Overlord goes, he's like, I'm just going to scout again. I'm fast enough.
Yeah.
But again, it's pretty hard to balance that stuff. So, wow. Hero 3-0ing Nova, Squirtle 3-0ing TaeJa. Wow. It's not a bizarro world. It's not an alternate dimension. It's actually what happened in today's games. Not a single Terran win, with 2 heavy-hitting Terrans.
Yeah. Well, MVP last man standing. We'll see if he can do it next week. And here we have it, guys. This is your Final 4. MVP against Parting. Hero against Squirtle. Epic, 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 epic.
Absolutely. And, of course, next week, we're going to have the Final 4. It's going to be so sick. I can't wait to cast those games, man.
Yeah. And don't forget, Tasteless, tomorrow you have Off the Record. You're going to be there with Squirtle. He's going to be in a good mood, isn't he?
Squirtle and Wolf.
Yeah. You're going to bring some lettuce, try to lure him out of his shell?
I am. Is he a grass Pokemon?
No, man, but turtles eat lettuce, so...
But is a Squirtle actually a turtle?
Yes.
So why are they calling it Squirtle?
Because he squirts, man. He's a water Pokemon. What?
Oh, okay.
You need to get on playing Pokemon already.
Tasteless dropped the ball. Feel free to tweet at us and call me Tasteless. He's Artosis. Again, check out Off the Record tomorrow. As you can see at the bottom of our screen here. Thank God Squirtle won, by the way. I always feel bad if I definitely went off the record with somebody who just got eliminated.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, oh, my career.
So, Squirtle.
Oh, my God. It's
Here's
like,
a user
come
question.
in tomorrow and be silly with Wolf and me. He's like, I really don't want to do that. But this is great. Yeah, it's going to be in a good mood.
It would be awkward otherwise. So. Well, it's always a little bit awkward.
Also, check out the GSTL with Wolf and Caldor, man. It's going to be sick this time around.
Fnatic and Team
wait.
Liquid.
Oh, yeah.
So much fun. I'm going to be just cheering and watching and clapping my hands like a seal.
We can have our own little bar craft in your house.
In my house, just drinking whiskey and watching the TV.
Playing with the baby.
Yeah. And texting Wolf. And seeing if he checks his phone during the cast.
Yeah. No. So, yeah, a lot of great stuff coming up this year. Definitely come to the finals. Just like with the studio, the finals are free. Entry's free, too. And the finals, honestly, the GSL finals are basically
It's
the coolest
beautiful.
thing in esports. I mean, GOM puts on a really good production for the finals. I mean, this is cool. I mean, the studio and everything like that, but like a finals is off the hook. There's really, I mean, you can have tournaments where you have to look at it and go, wow, these guys are, these players are really good. It's very global and stuff. But when you look at like as far as just how epic the GSL finals are, it's insane. So, and I guess, the information at the bottom of our screen. Oops, too late. It's gone. You're going to have to rewind if you want to see it, but that had the location.
Well, I guess that's it, Taesus.
I guess we did it. Great work today.
You too, Taesus. Very quick once again, 8:35 when we're signing out, kind of like last night.
Yeah, just about. I think we signed out at 8:15 last night, but
wow.
2 short days.
Today was so long. Jeez, I'm so tired.
Spread the word of the GSL, and please keep watching us. We love you guys, and we will see you at the semifinals. Take care.
Some consideration, showing signs of a weakness on my part. Was I hoping to finally